So listen, there was a terrible villain who lived way back then. Well, not as terrible as Majin Buu, but still pretty bad.
It's hard to believe that he could move so quickly. Are we sure he's responsible for them all?
His astounding speed is what makes Beerus so devastating. This is hardly the first time he's caught me off guard with his quickness. The truth is that he's the one who trapped me inside the Z-Sword.
Hey guys, what's up? Here's Max. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, you will surely remember the scene where Gohan trains with the Z-Sword in the Majin Buu saga. You also remember that the Z-Sword was useless in the saga, and it ended up breaking when trying to cut a metal called Kachin. When the sword broke, a Kaioshin came out, and we found out that this old man is a Kaioshin of 15 generations. That is 75 million years from the current moment of the manga, long before Majin Buu was freed, and Moro created a chaos in the universe. We don't have much information about what happened back then, but there's a lot of information thrown around in the manga, and other official sources as well. If we put this information together correctly, we can create a well-explained script, a story that explains what happened at that time. Today I'm going to take a gap in the Dragon Ball script, and I'm going to create a script with all the information we have so far. That is, if one day Akira decides to explain what happened 75 million years ago, it might be something very similar to what I'm going to talk about in this video. Ready to take a tour of theories about the Dragon Ball universe? So stay connected in the channel and let's go to the video. It all started 75 million years ago. At that time, two warriors with incredible powers appeared in Universe 7, and these warriors were two twin brothers, Beerus and Champa. They were so strong that it was impossible to choose just one of them to be a destroyer. Both were being trained by the angel Whis. One day, the time came to know who would become the next god of Universe 7. Then, to resolve the situation, they decided to face each other. After several days of very fierce combat, Beerus finally wins, and so he is promoted to Destroyer of Universe 7. Champa is very angry that he lost to his brother, but Whis says that Champa would still have a chance to become a god, but he would have to act in another universe, Universe 6. Champa didn't want to be behind his brother. He didn't want to belong to a universe where his brother is the god. For this reason, he accepted the angel's proposal. After a while, the ritual begins to link the lives of the new gods of destruction with the current gods of creation. Some more time passes until the day of the meeting between all the gods arrives. And this meeting takes place once every 1,000 years, where all the gods gather to catch up on all matters. In this meeting, something different drew a lot of attention. When Beerus did the ritual with the Kaioshin, he was a very calm person. But at this meeting, a totally different old man appeared. That because he accidentally merged with a crazy witch. When the Kaioshin was reunited with the gods, he started doing some pretty crazy things, as the witch personality was affecting him so much. The Kaioshin was crazy that he started making jokes. Beerus didn't like it at all, and in a crisis, enraged, threatened to destroy the entire dimension of the Kaioshins. This dimension is huge, being 10% of the entire universe. Whis intervened in the confusion and warned that if the Beerus destroyed the Kaioshin, he would die too. So the god decided to seal the old Kaioshin in a sword. The destroyer with that measure killed two birds with one stone, as the old man would not cause him stress and would also be safe, and no one could kill him inside that sword. Beerus stabs the Z-Sword into the top of a mound and then returns to his planet for a good nap. And this time, the lazy purple cat slept for a long time. In the time that Beerus slept, Universe 7 was without the god of destruction and also without the god of creation. That is, the universe was totally unbalanced. And it was at this time that the Universe 7 went into the last place in the mortal level. It had become the worst of the worst. It's been 14 generations and no Kaioshin had been able to reverse the mess that Beerus made. But after these 14 generations, a new Kaioshin is finally born, who would later be known as Dai Kaioshin. And he managed to think of a chance to save Universe 7. He, in his plan, decides to promote several King Kais to the position of Kaioshin, so Universe 7 had 5 Kaioshins to work and try to solve the mess. One taking care of each sector, north, south, east, and west, and all supervised by the Dai Kaioshin, who was the main among them and who had his life linked to Beerus' life. While all this was going on, Beerus was sleeping. The function of a god of destruction is to eliminate threats of the universe, but Beerus was in his heavy sleep. The Kaioshins were forced to do his job. There once appeared a very powerful mage called Moro. This mage alone destroyed 300 planets. Beerus, as usual, was sleeping and couldn't do anything, so the Kaiotians needed to go to this powerful mage that threatened the balance and tried to defeat him. They even managed to seal the goat. After 5 million years, another mage appears, and his name is Bibidi. Unlike Moro, he was not acting alone, but accompanied by a creature called Majin Buu. Bibidi knew that Moro had been defeated by the Kaiotians, so he decided to go to the planet Kai and kill everyone, because they were a delay to his plan. Arriving on the supreme planet, Majin Buu kills all the gods of creation. Dai Kaiotians, seeing that Buu was too powerful, came to the conclusion that they couldn't defeat him. At that time, Dai Kaioshin only sees a single chance to save the universe, and he would have to sacrifice himself for the greater good. But if he died, Beerus would also die. Dai Kaioshin asked the Kaiotians from south, west, north, and east to hold Majin Buu while he spends his life with the younger Kaioshin, who was the eastern Kaioshin. So when Dai Kaioshin passes his life to Shin, from that moment, the Kaioshin from east started to have his life that was shared with Beerus. And finally, the Dai Kaioshin goes to fight with Majin Buu, but ends up being absorbed. He being absorbed came to control Buu from inside. Majin Buu is practically turned into a child, and Bibidi loses all control he had over him. That is, he's forced to seal Buu. We now have a single Kaioshin and a single god of destruction, respectively Shin and Beerus. After 5 million years, Majin Buu escapes again. Shin decides to use the Z-Sword, which is an artifact of the gods, to defeat Buu. But Gohan broke the Z-Sword, and when the Z-Sword broke, the old Kaioshin reappeared. He says that Majin Buu is stronger than the person who sealed him in the Z-Sword. That is, with this speech we discover that Beerus, 75 million years ago, was not as powerful as he is today. With that, I would like to explain why Universe 7 is such a mess. That's all because of Beerus. Some information I used in this video is from interviews with Dragon Ball author Akira Toriyama. I also used some things said by the old Kaioshin himself when he came out of the Z-Sword. A lot of other content was taken from the franchise guides. I put Beerus in this story as a recent god of destruction because, according to Elder Kai, Beerus was weaker than Majin Buu. So with this information, we can deduce that Beerus got stronger by becoming a god of destruction. Before that, he would have normal power. Another fact is that Beerus and Champa are from Universe 7. Well, obviously, they were both in the same universe. Why not Universe 7? I believe that the strongest would want to be the destroyer in the universe they were born in, while the loser would take the second option, which would be Universe 6. And that Beerus is stronger than Champa, I think is something everyone agrees. What do you think of this script? Clear up a lot of franchise's unsolved mysteries, doesn't it? Would you like to see a script like this in Dragon Ball? Leave your opinion about all this in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget your like and subscribe to the channel to become a part of our 100,000 subscribers. Until next time, bye-bye.